My fellow Liberians, despite our diversity, we are a united people, a great and noble people. Through the strength of our unity and the resilience of our determination, we have begun to rebuild a ravished country and have survived 2 deadly health crises. Our people have stood together as one united people, ready to face the future. Whether you are a fisherman of Grand Cru and Sino, the hunters of Grand Jide and River G, the farmers of Lofa and Bapolu, the Gola and Vai dancers of Bumi and Cape Mount, the hospitable people of Bassa and River Ses, the warriors of Maryland, the miners and explorers of Nimba, the merchants and traders of Bong, the welcoming people of Magibi, or the melting pot of Montserrado. We are one people, Liberians. We have a great challenge and opportunity ahead of us. In unity, we will rebuild this country as a shining example in Africa, demonstrating the power of a determined and united people. Our economy and our national budget will expand and grow like never before. We will improve the lives of our people and put smiles on the faces of our citizens. I promise you that together we can and will do the job. A new day is on the horizon. The time for babysitting is over. God bless you and God bless Liberia.
Given the resources, the money, the right people,
the leaders I love, the leaders I love, the ones I trust so much, they made a fool out of me. I've been praying to God every day, please give me a leader.
the oldest republic in Africa. And yet, we're one of the least developed countries on the continent, and indeed one of the least developed countries in the world. And I say to you, my fellow Liberians, we deserve a better Liberia. We need to ask ourselves some fundamental questions. Why are we where we are? Most Liberian homes don't have electricity. Most Liberian homes don't have running water. Most Liberians are unemployed. These are things we can change. These are things we should demand of ourselves and of our leaders. We, as Liberians, cannot keep doing the same things and expect different results. We cannot keep electing and selecting the same kinds of leaders with the same kinds of experiences and expect Liberia to change. We have to do many things differently, and that starts with selecting and electing new leaders who know how to create jobs, who know how to grow the economy, who will prioritize the Liberian people first before they prioritize themselves. And this is what I offer you, the Liberian people. The other universal truth that I want to share with you, my fellow Liberians, is the best predictor of future performance and future behavior is past performance and past behavior. And again, I ask you to look at my record of job creation, of success, of managing large budgets without one penny going missing. All of these things you can look at and compare to the other candidates. And again, you will see that my past performance and past behavior is a good predictor, a good indicator that what I commit to, we will deliver. There are 5 priorities we have, and we call that the what's. And then there are 5 things we call the how we'll do it. And those priorities are as follows. Our first priority is infrastructure. Simply put, it's electricity, it's roads, is water and is internet and cell phone connectivity across Liberia. We have to invest in infrastructure. That is the top priority. That's the basis on which we can and will do everything else. The second priority for us is job creation. There are too many unemployed, underemployed, and unemployable Liberians. The unemployment rate is over 85%. And therefore, job creation is our next priority, creating jobs for the Liberian people. The next priority is agriculture. We are a country that do not feed ourselves. These are things we can do for ourselves. We should be producing rice to feed ourselves. And my commitment is that by the end of my first term in office, we will be self-sufficient in rice production. And within education, we're focused on vocational training, teachers training, and adult education. But we have to educate our young people because, again, that's how we can help them create jobs. That's how we can train farmers. And so these things are all linked together. And our final priority in terms of the what's is health. Because you can have good infrastructure, you can have a good job, you can feed yourself, you can have great education, but if you don't have your health, it doesn't matter. And so health is our fifth priority, and there we're focused on primary health care and preventive health care. So those are the what's we'll do for our people, for the Liberian people. How are we going to do these things? The first how is we want to engage Liberians differently in the transformation of our country. We call this hearts and minds. How do we get all Liberians to participate in the changes that are required? We're going to use arts and music and culture and reconciliation and religion. All of these things, we will be deliberate in using these things to engage us as a people in this transformation process. And so we're doing some work on how we can make those things happen. The next how is that we're going to find the money. We have to find the resources, the money, to do all of the what's I mentioned earlier. And the way we'll find the money is first, we'll go after waste in government. You know, we spend a lot of money on things that we don't need, or we pay too much for things that we do need. So for example, I believe the vehicles we buy for our government officials, we spend too much money on that. We should reduce the number of vehicles, and we should buy less expensive vehicles for our government officials. We need to reduce how much they make so we can pay teachers and civil servants and police officers and the military officers and healthcare workers, people who actually do the work. We need to pay them more money and reduce the gap between those at the top and those who actually do the work. The other way we'll find the money is going after this thing called corruption. You know, corruption has been the bane of our country. Is the primary reason why we are as underdeveloped as we are today. And we will aggressively go after corruption. The first thing we'll do is we will appoint a corruption czar, a minister in charge of corruption in the presidency that will coordinate all of the agencies that are meant to find corrupt officials. Secondly thing we'll do is we'll make sure we are giving the resources, the money, the right people, the right logistics to the anti-corruption agencies, the LACC, Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission, the General Accounting Office, the Public Procurement and Concessions Commission. We will make sure they got the right resources to go after corrupt officials. After that, when we find people who are corrupt, we will prosecute them, we will put them in jail, and we'll seize their assets. It will not be good enough for you just to resign. Okay. So those are the things we'll do to really go after corruption. I have committed that I will not take a salary. The salary that is paid the president, I will allocate it towards helping to fight corruption. That's how important I think it is to us. And then the other way we'll find the money is we'll make sure we're getting full value, the full monies we're due from our natural resources. We'll look to exploit other natural resources so we can get the funds required to fund healthcare, to fund infrastructure, to create jobs, etc., etc. So finding the money is the second how. The next how is we want to create a government of inclusion. We want all sections of our country to be represented in the government. We want opposition political parties to be in government, because we believe that having a government inclusion will help all of us make the right decisions. It will make sure that we're spreading the resources of our country across the entire country. And then the last two hows, one is growing the private sector. We will focus on growing the private sector so Liberians can primarily benefit from that growth. No longer should Liberian business people be spectators to our economy. And we want to actively support Liberianization and encourage and provide credit and other facilities to Liberian businesses so they can participate. And last but not least, we will use technology. We'll leverage technology to help us achieve our goals. So those are the what's and the hows. But let me end by leaving you again with these two universal truths. One is we cannot keep doing the same things, my people, and expect different results. We cannot keep electing the same people with the same experiences and expect Liberia to change. We need to elect and select different people to lead us, to serve us, to help us manage and run our country. And the other universal truth is the best predictor of future performance and future behavior is past performance and past behavior. And on those two counts, I believe I stand head and shoulders above the other candidates aspiring. Together, we will change Liberia for the benefit of all Liberians. We will transform our country. We will give us a new start, a fresh start, so that all of us can benefit from this country we love. I thank you. God bless you. God bless the Republic of Liberia.
Chicken necro for day.
Sorry for the delay. This is the general show. We are bringing it live to you on Liberty Radio 88.1. This is Kroma, the co-host here in Liberia, and then the host is Mr. Monique Sher, aka the General, way in the US. And we are here to bring you another fascinating conversation here today on the General Show. We come on every Sunday and Thursday, 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock, and Thursday 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. So today our conversation will be very good. So keep listening as we break it out of the hat and the room to 2023. And we take Mr. Alexander Berde Combs to executive master. So thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Sidiki. Thank you very much. I appreciate your time, your effort, your commitment to the process. And I want to say thanks to the listener out there. And this is Liberty Radio and 88.1. And this is the General Show. My name is Munel Kishen, aka the General. And I just say thanks to everyone. This platform is all about Mr. Cummings, to tell you the importance of Mr. Cummings, to sell Mr. Cummings to you. But let me say this, I will break it down to the possible way that I think I can. I just tell the Liberian people who are listening to me today, we shouldn't be moved by a lot of politicians running around giving false information of Mr. Cummings, because one, they are afraid of Mr. Cummings. Two, Mr. Cummings contested 2017 among 22 candidates, 22 opposition ran in that country. But after the election, every one of them disappeared. Only Mr. Cummings stayed around, because you know what? The Cummings retired from his work. Mr. Cummings live in Liberia. He live in no other place. Mr. Cummings got his wife there. He got everything. He got his property. He got everything in Liberia because Mr. Cummings won't work for the Liberian people. They hate him every day the way he see our people suffering. And Mr. Cummings came up. He said the main thing that making our people suffer because the government, the people that are in government, the Nigerians, they continue to steal the money. They doing everything for themselves. They're not doing it for nobody. They're doing it all for themselves. Some of them, they went in government, they were poor. Today, they are millionaires. Some of them, they went to government, they never even have place to sleep. But today, some of them get 4, 5, 6 houses. Now they can go out of the country for hospital while you stay sitting there. So their children can stay in Liberia and go to school online in America. Because why? They got money. And the poor people suffering. Our people, the real Liberian people that we're supposed to be working for. The people that they promise, that they say, oh, when we take power. Now, I want you to do this. I don't want you to blame yourself. I know some of you people voted for George Weah. I must say I supported Mr. Cummings, so I can't blame you. You owe me no apology. You need to tell me, say, oh, you know, I made a mistake. No. You made no mistake. You know, in politics, that you're right under the Constitution to vote. And you did it. Because President Weah promised you. He promised us. He said, when I take over, I will fight corruption. I will make sure we get free education. I will make sure that the citizens will be protected. I will make sure Liberian business people will do business in Liberia. But we voted for him after he took that power. President Weah changed. President Weah changed. You that were there for 12 years under the rain, under the sun, he forgot about you. No free education, no nothing for the last 5 years. All of them rich. The money start losing. People start dying. People get sick. All the people, some people working, they didn't get job again. When you go look, Nathaniel Maggie rich, Jefferson Koji rich, everybody start getting rich. President Weah can't even talk to us again. He can't even talk to us because you know what, they started with so lies. The only thing we can get from the president, he start making music, he start dancing and try to disrespect us again. Hey, my people, please, this time around, we need to put Liberia first. But let's say you got to register to vote now. Don't get vexed. Don't get vexed. You must go to that polling center. But I want you to look at all the candidates. Whoever you want to vote for, that your business is up to you. But I don't want you to make that same mistake. For me, I'm supporting Mr. Cummings. I'm supporting Mr. Cummings because Mr. Cummings is the only politician who showed me something. He said, this is my plan. All the other people didn't get no plan. Because they say before you do anything in life, you must get plan. If you want to have wedding, you got to plan a wedding. If you want to have any program, you must plan the program. You can't just jump on and say, oh, I'm getting married tomorrow when you get money. So Mr. Cummings said the first thing, infrastructure. In that infrastructure there, he got electricity. When you go around the world today, for any country to move, you got to get electricity. Because when you get electricity, you get good schools. When you get electricity, the hospital will work. If you get electricity, the farmers will work. If you get electricity, the school, the hospital will be correct. And you'll be able to get a job. People will come from out of the country to come open a business. But when you get electricity, people can be worried about generator at the same time they won't do business. Then he said, water, drinking water. When we get good drinking water, that's why typhoid and other things all in the place there. They will need internet. But you know, like bro, got fiber optic. You got fiber optic in like bro, but the government ain't selling yet though. The government gave it to nobody, but the youth will soon start paying that $50 million. You know what I'm saying? But we need to get all the things. Then when you get these things, you will create job. And how you create job? The government got to be business friendly. When people come in country, they need to bribe. Who able to bribe Mr. Cummings? Nobody can bribe Mr. Cummings. Because Mr. Cummings know how to negotiate. Mr. Cummings, when he was working with Coca-Cola, he used to negotiate with country. So he know all that thing there. Don't let nobody fool you. Mr. Cummings went all the way to the top. He's qualified for anything. We're not saying that other people not qualified, but what we're trying to say, Mr. Cummings, that leader. He knows exactly what he wants. That's why he did his homework. After he lost the election, what he did, Mr. Cummings went around all the counties. He started talking to Liberian people. Your thank you. Your thank you. He went to Maryland. He went to Sano. He went to Granjide. He went to River G. To Lofa Kante. He went to Bon Kante. He went to Nimba Kante, Cape Man, Bomi Hill, Bopolu. None of the Canadians are good there. None of them are good there. Ladies and gentlemen, I just lost Sidiki. The internet is so bad. Okay, he called him back. You back on? Sidiki? Hello? My people, if you watch me through the internet, I am very sorry. This internet in Liberia is a trouble. That is why broadcasting from here, we need to get a perfect or stable internet is by paying for it instead of using data. Because when you're using the data on the phone, it don't last too long. Well, yeah, again. Okay. This is the trouble that we're going through. It's frustrating, but we'll bear it. We will bear it. Okay, guys, I'm going to refresh all my stuff and see, because Sidiki trying to talk to me, reach me. At the same time, I'm trying to reach in and whatsoever. But please, you watching me right now, you got your people in Liberia. We all need to work together. We need to talk to our people back home. We need to do everything to make sure that this coming election will go in our favor. Don't let them scare you. You saw President Weah the other day in New York. Don't you know that the government spent up to $100,000 just to get people into America, to get people from the state? They got people from Minnesota, different places, just to go to New York. You won't believe that they also got some foreigners and all from Jamaicans. They were all in group. And guess what? The president is telling us that seditions are the only Liberians. We are not Liberians. Because you know what? Guess what? You couldn't go to that place. You want to go there, they will boo you. If you go there, they will boo you. Okay, Sidiki calling, but I don't know what's going on. Sidiki? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Yes, you can hear me?
Yeah, so what happened to your phone?
I don't know. I don't know why it went off. You the one went off.
Okay. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Sidiki, I can hear you.
Okay, yeah, you're back on.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, sorry for the break in. You know, the internet is not an easy thing. And so, as I was explaining to you, so please, this coming 23, Mr. Cummings is the best option. Mr. Cummings is best. He is the most prepared, ready person to lead Liberia. With his contacts, his investigation, he knows exactly what Liberia needs. He been around it, he been visiting all the different counties. Today, Mr. Cummings is the only person who going there and telling the Liberian people the main thing that we need to do. He will fight corruption. Mr. Cummings passionate about this corruption business because they're stealing in. That is why we get good school, no hospital. Our people can't get good job because men stealing $5 million. And let me tell you, the president of America, the president came to America Why our people in Liberia catching hard time for food, rice? Government spending up to $100,000 to transport people. They transported people from Liberia, ordinary Liberians who can come to America, and they transported people from Minnesota, different states. And guess what? The president is saying that we the opposition Liberians, because he was only speaking to only sedition. Every one of them in the t-shirt. He president say he say, and ladies and gentlemen, opposition say, oh no, Mr. President, no opposition here. They run away. And the president laughed. The president said nobody can stop him. He's citizen. Something caught me in that. Something caught my attention. This president who said that Liberians will not stop and be a spectator in their own economy. The president said that the road they were facing in Johnsonville, he brought people from Ghana. They contract him from Ghana. So if this president can come up publicly that contractors came from Ghana, so you want to tell me the president been lying to us? And the people the president lied to us. The president said in his speech at the UN, his government spent $21 million to rehabilitate Zogo. That means to take them from the street. Listen to me, $21 million. That's not small money, my people. $1 million is not small money. But the president said the Liberian government spent $21 million from 2019 to 2021. What President Weah said. President Weah came to America. He never talked about the corruption. President Weah don't care. President Weah said, the time do nothing. The people voted for me. Then I do small thing, they will vote for me again. You see, President Weah making fun of us? My people, you got two options. You either stay in a hardship or we move forward. We started the change. We wanted change. We brought George Weah. The George Weah change not working. We must try another change. Mr. Cummings is the only person who is focused that got plans for Liberia. Ask the other people to show you their plan. You ask President Weah today, he ain't get no plans. You ask President Weah today, he ain't get no plans. Even the CDC, they ain't get nothing to campaign on. All of them scared of Mr. Cummings. Then something surprised me. Mr. Weah said, when you 65 years old, you're supposed to resign in Liberia. You're supposed to retire. My people, I'm still ashamed. The people who run for office, they're not civil servant position. Yeah, let's stop it. They education here. Sometimes I can get vexed. When you're running for office and the people vote for you, it's not a job that civil servant gave you. No, you're not a civil servant. So you can be 80 years, 90 years old. If your brain is still good, you can run for office. So President Weah said, I even know. Nobody retire at the age of 65 when you want to run to say, oh, you can't run for office. I want to lie. That lie. It's shameful for the president of Liberia to argue and say, I challenge the senators. No. When you 65 years old, that means you can work in government as a civil servant, or certain places they retire you. But you can be a manager. You can work to the will and pleasure of president. The president can appoint you, but you cannot apply for a job because that particular job when they you is some career or some management position. So, Mr. Weah, president, shouldn't lie to the Liberian people. I don't have problem whether you 80, 90, you want. But Liberian people, let us look at the person who is ready. Mr. Cummings is ready. He energized at everything. And guess what? If you in UP, you in ANC party, you in or ALP, you in all the other party, it's open, my people. CPP is on our ballot. CPP in failure. You might not let nobody fool you. And this the thing here. They say, oh, the opposition are together. Don't be afraid because you're discouraging yourself. How you will say opposition not together? You see, 2017, let me tell you something. 2017, George Weah was the opposition. 2017. All the sedition of people from NPP, all the people from LPDP, they voted for President Weah in 2017. And guess what? President Weah only got 38%. Only 38% President Weah got. In the second round, the other opposition say, we will join President Weah. We're not going to the ruling party because that time the ruling party was UP. So all the other people joined President Weah and gave President Weah 61.3%. That 61.3%, the non-CDC, the non-Congress for Democratic Change gave it to George Weah. Now, after President Weah won, in 45 days, he started breaking down all his old, he broke down his old houses, he started building houses. The corruption was too much. In 6 months, everybody left. So some of the Google sedition too, they say, oh, the president disappointed us. They left. So the only people are there now around the 25%. So let me tell you something. Why are you afraid of? All the sedition, all the people from NPP, all the people who supporting George Weah can vote. George Weah cannot get 50 plus 1 in the coming election. Now, if President Weah don't get 50 plus 1, and you know what's going to happen now? All the opposition will come together and they will go against George Weah. So for now, if UP won't run on their own, let them run on their own. If Tiawan Gonglo won't run on their own, he's free to run. That's the beauty of democracy. Mr. Liberty Party and ANC together, although our other brother then say Liberty Party now will all start a business. That one that a business. But Liberty Party and ANC together. Maybe some other people will join us. So this coming election, maybe we'll get only 5 party. Maybe we'll get only 4 candidates. Then if President Weah, because Liberian people and people will suffering, there is no way we can make President Weah 2-term president. I won't see that magic. Let the whole world laugh at us. Let's see if they will laugh at us. I know Liberian people are stupid. I know it too good. And Liberian people, they can't waste time with no hard time. And you remember they say, you kill my man, you kill my pa, I will vote for you. What happened? That the same people say, Pape must go, Pape must go. So let President Weah be sitting there and say, why the people catching heart and the people dying, they will still vote for him. The people that in the street, they pay some of them. Imagine, my people, y'all know our biggest problem, that the sedition who live in America, that the sedition and say George Weah doing good in Liberia. They went to George Weah in New York. They asked him one question. They start clapping. Imagine you in America, you go to meet the president and you dancing. All of them begging for money, they pay their way. They eating, they begging for money. It's so shameful. The people running a club. They don't get time for us. They ain't get time for the common Liberian man. Our people sick, no health, no medication. Our people can't find job. All our people now tend to be beggars. And the president say, y'all listen, you. The president say for the first time, Liberia get free education. My people, if that's true, y'all tell me, which one the free education? The tuition free for university. The president said that in Liberia, you can go to government school free. Now, what the people, the president not lie again. They say what the president lied on having a press conference. He said he got 2 farms in Sano. How you get 2 farms in Sano? You visit there one day. You don't even go on your farm. You go on your farm. The president just lying to us. The people stealing the money. The president thought nothing but corruption. He said he gave up. Then he said they will still vote for him. Liberian people, we're not stupid. We know what we want. Even if we can't do it, the old people, us, we can't fail the other young people. They get plenty young children graduating today, no job. No job because the government is serious. The government is not serious at all. President Weah do not care. This is the man who said he loved Liberians. He said he went on a refugee camp. The time during the war. But how you president now, you can't go on a refugee camp. Now you go to Ghana 20 times in 5 years and you visit the refugee, but you still say you love Liberia. My people, all of us love Liberia. You love Liberia, I love Liberia. Then not George Weah love Liberia. George Weah only love Liberia for himself. You look at President Weah today. When President Weah was playing football, he only built 2 houses in Liberia. Only 2 houses he built in Liberia. One on 9th Street, one to rehab. But check it today, how many houses President Weah got? President Weah got over 15 houses in rehab. President Weah built a whole village. President Weah got a house in Dwazon. He got property, he got land. He got over 100 acres near the Farmington. The place where Maggie went and built that. All of them buying property. They're buying property all over the place. Because they believe that they contribute money for him. Look at the Invisible Park. The small little business there that President Weah get again. You don't know that? That President Weah business. That won't get a call. She from LPRC. They say when you want feed the heat, leave the kitchen. They call her Ophelia. Ophelia is the one that running that park, running that small shop. Nobody can do business there because the president don't care, my people. We beg you. We need to change our country. Nobody hate President Weah. I must say, I used to love President Weah. President Weah played for my team. Our former team, let me make you understand, our former team for IE, 1998, I was the team manager for IE. And our friend with President Weah, President Weah, my friend, but let me tell you something. Liberia can first, my people. Liberia can first before President Weah. I don't force to be with President Weah. Not feeding me. I'm not feeding him. But you know what? I love my country, Liberia. It help me every day when I see my people baking. Every day, Liberian people calling you, they catching heart and they can't go to school. They begging for this. We can't help everybody. We can't. And listen, we're not different from you. You're not think because we in America. The only thing God bless us, I bet you yourself won't come America. Just now when they bring empty ship and they say who all won't go to America, everybody will leave from Liberia to come from America. Even the people who get visa, they put them who get money, they stay one kind of America. You see them too. See them enjoying. See Finabono. Oh, they enjoying. They say they want kind of America, but they coming to America. They all over the place. Kalasco, and they all over the place. They giving people money to buy houses for them. The corruption is the one that killing us. I don't care. They will still pay you. You will still make money. But why they lying to our people? This president continue to lie to the when I learned about the international community know that the president lying. They know everything he said to UN that lie. Because writing a speech and reading it mean what in the speech that truth. So he can go and read the speech good. He's the president. He's our president. Then the president put him off. He said, oh, hey, I can't go to my house. I'm a citizen of the world. Because the president is a citizen in America too. So he said, I'm a citizen of the world. I can go anywhere. He make it for us. The president listened to gossip. Maggie then sitting down. The president refused to fire Maggie. He said they must resign because they're not true, they're not corrupt. My people, please, this coming election, we get either you stay where you are or we move forward. Mr. Cummings that the best person in Liberia for us to vote for. Mr. Cummings, don't let nobody fool you. This is not dress. This is not about how long you been in government. It's how well you serve. Because they've been there long time. And let me say this to my other brother then on the other side. You see, they can carry all kind of propaganda. We're not attacking them. We're making our case against President Weah. But whole day, they attacking Mr. Cummings. The people from ANC supporting Mr. Bwaka, we ain't say nothing. But we ain't see no video. They just posted it. They say, oh, they exonerate, endorse Mr. Bwaka. That's their right. If they want to endorse Mr. Bwaka, that's their right. You know what I'm saying? Sidiki, can you tell me about that program in Nimakan?
Yeah, so it was, I think, during the weekend, on Friday, the Unity Party celebrated Ambassador Walker posted on his Facebook page that there was a group in Nimba County, in Ganta City. They were about to petition him, I don't know, friends of Walker to go to the school whatsoever. And then they had so many convoys leaving from Maswaro here to go to Nimba members of the Unity Party. You know, the country had nothing to do. So they took parties of the party, they went there for that program. Even though the people of Nimba or Ganta did not come out to welcome him as a former vice president, because they know very well that he did it for the country. And then they went. So the Deputy Secretary General of the Unity Party, Imaya Fa, I don't know Fa or what, he worked in the office of Senator Taylor. He is the Deputy Secretary General for the Unity Party Youth Wing. And then right after that program, he posted on his book page, lying to the Liberian people that a sorry group from the C endorsed, Unity Party. And what comes to my mind is this. Whenever there is endorsement for Mr. Cummings, these guys take the social media to insult the Liberian people as if to say those people don't have their own constitutional right to support Mr. Cummings or any presidential candidate they want to support. They will take the decision and insult those people that made that endorsement of Mr. Cummings and refer to them as Bella Junior, because to them it is only good endorsement is only good for that. But whenever somebody endorses Mr. Cummings, then they come up with lies. And these are the same people that will sit and tell you, say, Mr. Cummings or the ANC is not attacked. But they went to Ganta, and they posted on Facebook that a Zorro group from the ANC, they would not see no video. We don't see no press conference indicating that we were ANC member, but we gave our vote, and we will be supporting Ambassador Bob. We never saw anything like that. To the extent that a journalist that is always vocal against Mr. Cummings, James Gooden Flomo, posted on the Facebook, and he said, Joseph Numa Baka as vice president, you know, the kind of people that came outside to welcome him, the crowd cannot be compared to when Mr. Cummings arrived in Kanta or Nimba County. And that is the truth. You know, these guys, and that is where you know that those people, they are dishonest, that they cannot be trusted with the presidency of our country. They will say that to you, they tell you, say, oh, ANC not get number, they are now a target. But at the end of the day, when they go for programs, it is the ANC partisan they want to, you know, the better wish to receive endorsement from, which was, it is not happening that way. Because you know what? They have no message to give to the Liberian people. You take more than 200 people from Montreal, you carry in Kanta. All the way you talk people from here to Kanta, still they play one part. You carry the position on a corner, you pack up the people that you put picture on Facebook. Still, the people of Nimba, they are great people, they are sensible people, and not only the people of Nimba, but the people of Liberia. Liberians are gaining sense on a daily basis. Liberians have realized that politicians, look, let's look at the situation in Margibi. I think 2 days or 3 days ago, Nathaniel Margibi went there. I hear that he wants to protest in Margibi County. You know, this is a shame for us as a country. Those guys stole your money. They stole millions and millions of dollars, violated human rights. And then your international partners, serious partners, that the American, they said, no, you have to stand up for yourself. And in so doing, we're going to sanction those people. And what the president did, put bad statement on the executive marshal website, you know, agitating for investigation, even though it is after 1 month to today, we have not seen any investigation. And what we are hearing, the U.S. Embassy early in October will be issued as occasion to the NEC, to the National Election Commission, asking them not to do business with any essential individual to not participate in the upcoming election. So that team again to know whether they're wasting our time. Because the U.S. Embassy, the Magnitsky Act or the Magnitsky sanction that were placed on the individual, they were clear. They said no sanctioned individual nobody should do business with those guys. When Mange contesting the 2023 election, he will go to the NEC and register. That is still stealing money, he will be carrying that to register with. So the US said they don't want to do business with them.
But you see, we want to tell the Liberian, this is where we understand that if President Weah is actually a real leader, because Nathaniel Margibi will be running on the CC ticket. Now, if President Weah, my people, you're listening, if President Weah, who's supposed to be the standard bearer for CDC, and the international community, the entire world, and Nathaniel Margibi, he's a criminal, and they put a sanction on him, he can't even go anywhere because the UN sanction will come out too. Then they put him on the ballot. That means President Weah not ready. President, we are trying to tell the Liberian people that we don't have sense. We don't care about America. And guess what? There is nothing. We always complain, oh, we are sovereign nation, this and that. If we want to be a sovereign nation and no other country should control us, we should stop begging. We should stop begging, because guess what? If you beg me for money every day, oh my man, I'm broken, this and that, the next thing I will tell you what to do in your house. That means I can control you. But you see Ghana, you see other countries, they don't beg America. They don't beg. They say, we got it. If you want it, come and get it. But our people, they beg for everything that we want to do, and they steal the money. But President, we are refused to even a team to investigate. You shouldn't joke. The Manesky Act, enough for Liberia alone. These people go again. And let me tell you something. People say, oh, America, America. You see the US dollar? My people, the US dollar is owned by America. Anywhere that money sitting, America can go after you. So that's what makes America powerful. So let us stop it. If we love our country, the Natana Magay, the Serena Cephas, the Bill Twari, these guys are criminal. They are criminal. They steal your money. They continue to liaise with and drug dealers and all kinds of things. So please stop jumping in the street because you broke. Stop jumping in the street because you don't have food to eat. I understand poverty and sickness. It's a problem to us. So if you don't have it, you will go there. But are you doing it sincerely? Are you doing it because you're hungry and you will vote right this time around? And let me tell you something. They say you chase black car in a day. You won't find a black car. You can't find a black car in a night. President, we don't have no more option. There is nothing they can do. They don't have a plan. They don't know where to start from again because they already messed up. President Ria, what kind of president? 5 years. They make him talk to the citizen. Either he go give speech to the annual message, or he go personally on recorded message. He can't have press conference with the people. Oh, did the president lying to us, my people? Oh, I did this, I did that. The president is not about I. It's not about I. I told you, President Weah play football. He make millions of dollars. He maintain it. Prince Johnson, who calls him Mr. Cummings today, Prince Johnson say, President Weah will use our money, but what happened? Look at all these people. You that in District 8 at Carrot Grade, do not vote for him. Thomas Fowler, all these guys, they're not still enough. Today, Akara Grade get a house all the way in Dwasson. He got a place in Dwasson, then he rented one room in District 8 again. You will sit down there, you go vote for Akara Grade to use your again. Liberian people, let us get up. Let us get up. 2023 should be the year of together of poverty. 2023 to eradicate poverty. 2020. Let us stand together to make sure our schools are good. Let us stand together that people will be able to go to hospital. You know they're afraid of Mr. Cummings because they think Mr. Cummings got money. He will spoil their chopping. And listen, Mr. Cummings is still saying it. If we don't vote for him, no problem. But if you won't vote for him, you're not voting for him because you want him to give you job. And if you in Liberia, the Cummings not bringing his people from America to come get job. Let me tell you, my people. Let me tell you, the people who supporting Mr. Cummings, these people are okay. All they want to do, they want to come home and do their business. They're not politicians. Because the people making money too now. My Liberian people, these people making money, they sell. They want government job. They want kind of say, oh, like say imagine or man get everything for himself. That's why he's not afraid to talk. You know what I'm saying? But most of the people, women, will come from Liberia and they will vote for Mr. Cummings and they will work in our Cummings administration. And the Mr. Cummings administration will be for anybody. This is what Mr. Cummings will do. He will take the best from CDC. He will take the best from ALP. He will take the best United Party. He will take the best from other parties. He will take the best Liberians who are patriots. People are willing to serve. They're not people who just won't steal. You know what I'm saying? Our patron will call the Zokos. They got to leave the street. But how can you take them off it? Mr. Cummings got plans for that. When it comes to education, Mr. Cummings has a serious plan. Look at Cummings Academy. The only school in Liberia today they call the STEM school. Science, technology, engineering, mathematics. When you go to Ghana, you can America that play all that school. When you leave that high school, you're ready to work. or you want to go to University of Liberia. Eh? They say, oh, the school expensive, the school at $600, but y'all know they get other national school in Liberia are taking $10,000. They get it. The Minister of Finance, y'all go ask for the tuition to his school. It almost $8,000 a year. All these people just lying. Mr. Cummings have contributed. Say one cover contribution. Mr. Cummings have contributed over $5 million to Liberia. No Liberian have done it before. They computer live to LU that Mr. Cummings the one that furnished it. But he ain't got to be all over the place telling people. BWR, they say, oh, that old generator, at least he gave a generator of 300 kVA that can, if BWR serious, they can turn the whole Kakata on with that generator. Eh? Mr. Cummings help different schools. He gave scholarship to students from LU. He just gave another scholarship again. Eh? The man is serious. The people he gave his scholarship to, they're not ANC, they're not Liberty Party, they are Liberians. They are Liberians, my people. The people Mr. Cummings gave his scholarship to. Mr. Cummings can't help everybody. He can't help. He's still paying WAEC fee. He's still helping other people who don't make the grades, but he's helping people. People go to him, but he can't help everybody. Oh, Mr. Cummings to open office, he did to open one big company. President, we are ever open small company? No. But y'all made him president. And President, we are shopping in your face. He said 12 years and do nothing, they vote for me. 12 and do nothing. They both vote for me. They will vote for me again. Because you love him more than yourself. You love him more than your children. I don't love Mr. Cummings. I admire Mr. Cummings. I will not love Mr. Cummings no matter what happens. Because you know what? I want Mr. Cummings to be a good president that my brothers, my sisters, my friends will enjoy Liberia. People who can travel should be able to work and make it in Liberia. Our young people, they are the pressure, especially you that are from 19 to 35 years. So I'm talking to you. You the one can do this election. This coming election, you can decide it. Your future is right ahead of you. It's in your palm. If you want a better Liberia, it is time you vote right. You need a leader that will take you into the 21st century. We need to stop going all the way back to 1990. Talking about, oh, President, we are going on the camp. That lie. So lies. Mr. Cummings, the other them come back again. Mr. Cummings and Mr. Prince Johnson say, oh, Mr. Cummings give me 50,000. Mr. Cummings is a good man. Yes, Mr. Cummings is a good man. But he didn't tell you that he begged for the $50,000 because he was building a school. Mr. Cummings never gave it to him to say, oh, my man, I want you to vote for me or I want you to join me. And guess what? To show that Mr. Cummings is a Liberian. So they say Mr. Cummings talking to Jeremiah Kuhn. That's true. They're good. Jeremiah Kuhn, a Liberian man. And Mr. Cummings is trying to say that you don't need to leave your party to support me. You can be in your party and support me. So if Mr. Cummings actually talking to Jeremiah Kuhn, which Mr. Prince Johnson admitted, that means Mr. Cummings is the only man who can unite Liberia. Mr. Cummings is the only politician who will unite Liberia. Because let's imagine if Mr. Cummings can go to Jeremiah Kuhn to talk to him, that means I like Mr. Cummings. You guys, what he needs the guy that just endorsed Mr. Cummings, what he need, Siddiqui? Louis Brown is still member of NPP. He's not a member of NPP, but he's supporting Mr. Cummings. Mr. Gateway, he's still member of LPDP, but he's still Mr. Cummings, the best man. They ain't doing it because of job. They're doing it because they love their country. You might call their names. Oh, they were rebel before this and that. But how about NPP and CDC? CDC got all the rebel there with them. We can't be going backward. We can't be going all the way back and talking about who this and who that. We will solve that problem. But at the end of the day, we want to see Liberia, my people. President Weah will go down in history as the 25th president of Liberia. Not 24th, 25th president of Liberia. But we need, it will be on you and myself. We must vote. Because President Weah ain't do good, that's why we want to remove him. We're removing him. It's not a law. It's not a must. That, and y'all listen, one of the fun before my co-host, one of the fun, like the one that can make me laugh, Sedition said, You know what? Mr. Cummings just need to support George Weah. When George Weah win, then 20 times all of us will vote for Mr. Cummings. But they all believe that Mr. Cummings are the best. All the people who say Mr. Cummings, blah blah blah, they say, hey, Mr. Cummings good, oh, Mr. Cummings this, oh, Mr. Cummings that, oh, but he must go. No, they're not a law. There is nothing. You're not in a that Mr. Weah must go 12 times and 12 years. And before again, let me say this: they wonderful gay. Liberian people, we need to stop the too much lying. Too much lying on people cause problem. Mr. Cummings have said it over and over. Obe say Mr. Cummings are gay. The CDC people brought it. Then from the United Party people carried it. In a United Party government, they have plenty gay. And let me tell you something. I challenge anybody. Before you talk about gay, I want you to show me one gay in Liberia who say that Mr. Cummings' girlfriend. Oh, Mr. Cummings, they want buy that gay car. Mr. Cummings paying for that gay house. Because they see in Mr. Cummings, everybody confused. Who is this guy? You find a girlfriend. That is the guy they call Barack Obama of Liberia. The same way in America, the people are checking for Barack Obama's girlfriend because he didn't get it. Mr. Cummings do go and sit down with people and start drinking and start smoking hookah and all the girls then passing around. No. Mr. Cummings got respect for women. That is why he got his wife. He go to all the program. If it late, Mr. to go home. The way news can high in Liberia. News can high in Liberia. The president, all the president girlfriend, we know them. All Nathaniel Maggie, all the big people girlfriend, we know them. Why Bernard Europe, we knew girlfriend. Y'all show up Mr. Cummings' girlfriend now. Because you can see Mr. Cummings' girlfriend. You can find nobody. Y'all say that gay. And if Mr. Cummings are gay, y'all show up one person who Mr. Cummings loving to. Y'all need to be ashamed of yourself. We need to be ashamed of ourselves. Y'all think I'm going to waste my time and talk about, oh, they say this, oh, we had our gay. They say that waste of time. I must get proof. But because I get nothing to say, Mamadi Da, may his soul rest in. Ever since Mamadi had the interview, this is what I'm struggling with. How can two men marry? They went and edited. They say this is the lifestyle I'm struggling with. Mr. Cummings was speaking from the context of whether he gay or not or whatsoever. He said, this is the lifestyle I'm struggling with. How can two marry? But because CDC is a corrupt political party, they edited it, they removed the other one. So, for time Mamadi were alive, why didn't bring that tape up? Why didn't bring it up? They took the tape, they edited the tape, and boom, they start playing the tape. They see when Henry Costa say, yeah, if I go to Liberia, nobody protect me, I will get my single barrel to protect myself. They went and edited the tape and say, oh, Henry Costa say he will bring gun. He will bring gun. They changed the whole thing. That they see where they put their own up together again just to put it on opposition. They make their own tape, then they turn around and say, oh, that the opposition loud the government. The thing are in that tape there. That who put the Burkina Faso working in Grand G. Eh? So Liberian people, we need to stop it. They ain't get nothing to run on, yeah. CDC ain't get nothing on Mr. Cummings. They ain't get nothing. I know how Mr. Weah will debate. I don't know how President Weah will actually debate. You get Dr. Tandy. I will not be calling Dr. Tandy. You get Lester. Another one who failed already. He will be teaching. John Weah look at him and call him a political or educated fool. That's why they refuse to get him job. My people, all of them, they all about themselves. At the time they didn't get it, they thought they calling a decent man or man who can even bone you. Some of your sedition. The other day, what Moriba Mori was saying about gay in CDC. You think Mr. Cummings is that kind of person, my people? Just because you don't know about him. I know y'all want to find out about him. Y'all check around. Liberia too small. Liberia, no news can hide Liberia. Sidiki, come in, my brother. And how many minutes you get there?
We still have some minutes, about 20 more minutes.
Okay, you open the phone line in 10 minutes.
No problem. But let me say this. You know, the people, they have realized that they cannot say anything about Mr. Cummings. Mr. Cummings is the only presidential candidate currently in Liberia that never contributed to where our country is today. So they have resorted to calling him all kinds of names. Even Prophet Muhammad or Jesus Christ come to the tomorrow and say, look, Liberian people, Liberia is 175 years old. I want to change the starter code of this country to push this country forward. We will still see those bad politicians trying to put something on our head. This is the society we have put ourselves. And that is why they don't want the young people mind to be exposed, to know the reality, to stand up for themselves. So they always want to, to keep themselves around power, so that they can keep the, the bad education system to where our country, that is in our country today. So that man Mary, on the storm of Gibraltar, cannot know the reality, cannot know Mr. Cummings to be a corporate world leader who have managed billions and billions of dollars. And the reason he resigned, because man Mary in the slums community or in which part of Lofa County or River County can go to bed with hunger, while the resources of the country keep going into individual pocket. But look, Liberians, let me say this before we can open the phone line. It is for us to stand up for ourselves. A Ghanaian man will not come to this country and stand up for you. Nigeria will not come for Nigeria and come to the country to stand up for you. We Liberians have to take that primary responsibility to stand up for ourselves. And how do we do these things? It's to realize that people like Mr. Cummings deserve the presidency of this country. You need to be ANC partisan. I'm not an ANC member. And when you say this, some of them say, oh, but that's the reality. I've never been a member of any political party. But the thing I think I went to school is to be able to read about people, to be able to research about people. What they have done, what are some of the success those people have accomplished for themselves? Then you can make your own judgment. Then somebody come and tell you, say, oh, we have never worked in government. All the presidents who get elected, is everybody that keep coming to the presidency of our country. They are one way at the work in government. What is the difference they make? Just don't work in government. Don't work in government. Don't work in government. Any journalist that work in government. George was a peace ambassador, then senator. What is the difference with our country? This, if they went to the Dominican school, they used to go and collect the mother ceremony for my women. Went to it over here. Obtained a first degree. You got an opportunity that any other Liberian in this country can get to them to travel to America. You took advantage of it and went there, you got another degree in America. Came right back to Liberia. Went for Liberian Bank, LBDR. And because of the man hard work and commitment, integrity, the bank said, look, you have to go back for studying in America. They send him back to America. When you went, that's how the world came. All those people you see around here today, oh, they love you, they don't share the whistle. They all were supporting the war that led to some of our brothers and sisters going to other foreign countries as refugees. Some of who lost their life. Some of you lost your parents. This man was not around. He was beating himself. And then the man exceeded as the second man of Coca-Cola, billions of dollars. The way people take car and give it to you, say, look, this is your private car. The white people took plane. They assigned to him. He would travel from country to country around the world. He look at all that humility. He said, look, my country is one of the rich countries in Africa, one of the oldest countries in Africa. But here instead, the people go to bed with hunger. The politicians have damaged that country. So I can't be here people are rich, and then why my people are dying with hunger. The children, the young girls are being raped, no justice is being served. People lost their lives, and they are family to seek justice for that people. They have been brutalized. He said, look, I have to go back to my country. He resigned. And then, because of those bad politicians, and then they see him to be different. They see him to be the savior of the Liberia, the end of all the bad things they've been doing. And then they want to come with all kinds of allegations against this. And this is the time that you and myself, this is not about Kumis. And I always say this. This is not about Kumis, it's about you and myself. Mr. Kumis can lose the election, come from the tree, government be excused, but he will still be a billionaire. The education he get, it will live with him until he can go back to God. His children will still live the best of life. Even though they make born his two children, that's why you know the man love for country. Even though they make born his two children in America, but he still carrying a Liberian passport. Where is our president children today? The other one is American citizen for the United States. You know, we need to open our eyes, Liberians. Some of them will go and make all kinds of things because they are run out of tissue. There is nothing they can talk about this. Nothing at all.
And
on to lie on this man. Let me work for billions of dollars company. Nobody come and tell you, look, let me change the document to get billions for himself or billions for himself. But I just see people document it now will change. To do what? At the end of the day, all of them right now they are shit.
And I will tell you, Sidiki, yeah.
The same man I was defending the new coach. They may have to come up and tell them that there is no evidence. And because of that, they say bad deal to extract evidence that was going to prove Mr. Kumis innocent. The American local said, no, you will be prison session. It's in the American report. And then some of you they make you to believe that this is Mr. Kumis that lobby for session to be placed to be put on government official. It is not Mr. Kumis that told Beltaro to go a one contract in Picana Port to his own company to get $1.5 million. It is not Mr. Kumis that do that. It is not Mr. Kumis that told Sarina Sifa to be protecting money launderers in the country. They do all these things to keep you myself in agile poverty. And then when the Americans took the decision they took against them, and then they come up to politicize it and say it is Mr. Kumis.
But I will say this to the Liberian people before we open the line. If they're saying that Mr. Kumis they want to tell America to put sanction on them, that means Mr. Kumis is powerful. My people, let me tell you something today. America, no one man can control America easily. Nobody, no one man can go to America, come to America and say, oh, please put sanction. We're supposed to be happy that they put sanction on us, on the country. They put it on Maggie, and y'all in the street and say Maggie are criminal. And y'all demonstrated before y'all say Mr. William will fire them, and he refused. The white man talking now, he confused. And let me tell you something. Y'all who listen to me in Liberia right now on the radio, I guess some people on Facebook here, they living in America that's sedition. They can't go home. Oh. They only go enjoy themselves. The only thing they're doing is some of them cursing. Because they ain't get nothing to tell me about George Weah. Because George Weah is a failure. George Weah disappointed y'all who are in the place. But you see some of the sedition they live in America. I challenge them. Go home and go create job. Take your family home. Let President Weah carry his son home. President Weah's son playing for the American national team. Why he carry his son home? He still get his children. Let President Weah parade his children in Liberia so we can know. He loves Liberia. But his son playing on the American national, they know that one there. The sedition in America, my people, let me tell you today that in Liberia there, you're who the sedition. The sedition are in America. They say you're lazy. That all the talking, they say you're too lazy, you're not doing nothing, and this and that. That George Weah, George Weah not doing nothing. George Weah a good president. They say because you're lazy. Because guess what? Some of them in America they're on welfare. Some of them in America they're working to get money. Some of them, even if they're not working, they're doing some kind of business or they're doing some kind of drugs business too. Don't mind them. The sedition in America that talking say President we are doing good. They themselves they're useless in America. Why they can't go home? Ask yourself, one of them create job here. How I will get my government in Liberia, I can create job. But they will go home when the way the income tax coming next year. They will go and enjoy themselves and they go hang around job where then they come out and say, oh, man, the country good, oh, the country good. Wow, what people suffering. That they don't want to send 1 cent for y'all. Even their own family people in Liberia, they don't send money for them. They settle in America, don't mind them. Some of them, they won't get job or president. We are not close them. But the small money they get, they actually rich. Some of them are broke. So the only thing they ain't get nothing to tell me. Because they can only come on my page and be talking about, yeah, Mr. Cummings are gay. And guess what? Most of them in America, that all they doing, that all they do with the sedition, and some of them in America, they're not doing nothing. All of them, they praying to God. They say, hey, President Weah will call me. President Weah will call me. You see the difference with the ANC and the Liberty Party people in America? The people correct. The people get job. They get a family. They're not asking for Mr. Cummings for anything. You see the show I'm doing, my people, listen. They're not Mr. Cummings pay for the show. That people who know me, that people who let Mr. Cummings, they don't want to pay for the show. They're not Mr. Cummings. I ain't got to go to Mr. Cummings and go beg Mr. Cummings and say, oh, Mr. Cummings, please pay for the show. But you see, the one that insist in the show that in America, the Prince Sherry Gilmer, that the money from Liberia, you see, Prince and Kev Hassan is on salary. Your Liberian money paying that free time, man, and I challenge, it is confirmed that Kev Hassan is a Sierra Leone. I challenge anybody to tell me where he was living. He only came in Bombing Hill before, but he's a free time, man. I went to school in Sierra Leone. His name is Kev Hassan. And somebody will say, oh, but Muni, your father, where, man? Yes, my father. My name is Kishen. My father is a Lebanese. I was born in Maryland County, and I raised in Maryland County, and I served my country, Liberia. I served Liberia with my blood. Serve my country. And that's it. And that's it. So nobody can tell me nothing about Liberia. That's my country. I'm a bona fide born Liberian. I born in Maryland, Jeretabo, Firestone Hospital. I was born there. I came to Monrovia and whatsoever. Kev Hassan on salary. The government of Liberia paying Kev Hassan. Every month, Kev Hassan receive over $5,000. Eh? But some of them who talking, Prince Sherry can receive nothing. Gilman can receive nothing. They're receiving chicken change. They get them money to buy data. Some of them begging and say, oh, Joe, we will send for me. And President, we will give me job. They left. They paid their way. They went to DC. They went to DC. They asked one question. They asked the president lied to them again. They were there clapping. I'm going to live. My people, you listen to me. I'm going to be living in America, Mr. Cummings, my country, America. Then I go start singing behind Mr. Cummings. As you sing behind Mr. Cummings, I beg you, man. But whole day, they singing muya, muya. So they ain't different from y'all, yeah. But the only thing, God bless them in America. So let's open the phone line for our people.
So if you want to follow the show again, the number is 777-777-82. You'll be live on Liberty Radio. You can call right now and make a contribution. 077-777-82 is the number to call on Liberty Radio. And you're going to be live on the General Show tonight. So we have about 8 more minutes to go. You can make your contribution. Hello. Yeah, what's the name? Where you calling from? Yeah, make a contribution and stuff. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Hello? 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 Yeah, what's your name? Where you calling from? Emmanuel Johnson calling from Boston. You're welcome, Emmanuel. Make a contribution. Emmanuel, what I will say to you is that the reason these things happen is because we vote for people, we don't make more visions about them. But you, Emmanuel, whether you live in Boston, I don't know what you was wrong, but you live in Boston. Today, you are struggling in life. If you are a good person in Boston, and then you are very hardworking, you have integrity, whatsoever you do today is what people going to judge you by yesterday. So the best way to know somebody, future performance is to look at a past record. So right now, what I will tell you is go and make research on everybody that want to be president in this country. Make research about them, know what they have accomplished for themselves. Then you will know that what they will do when they become president. Thank you very much. So that is a number to call 07777 Make a contribution and then you'll be live on Liberty Radio. 07777 is a number to call. You can make a call right now and then you'll be live on Liberty Radio. 07777 07777 is a number to call. So, big brother, you have anything to say?
Yeah, and I appreciate. Yeah, go ahead.
Hello. Yeah, what's the name calling from? Okay, Bobo, you are live on Liberty Radio. Okay. Okay. Please charge away from the monitor. The phone, I don't know. The phone, yeah, go ahead. Charge away from the radio. No, that is, you know, let me say something to that caller. The issue about complacency is one of the main problem. We feel complacent of everything that because other people pay us, everybody going to pay us. That the point you try to raise it right now. Because other politicians been doing the wrong thing, so it means that anybody that wants to be president, they're going to do the wrong thing. You don't do that to your country. That is not patriotism. You should always be willing to fight for your country, for the betterment of your country. And let me say this. The reason we keep saying the same thing over and over in this country is because we keep electing the same people. Now you right now, you're talking about Georgia. Don't you go about Georgia. You're not seeing nothing different.
Let me say something, Sidiki. To you, to my Liberian people there, let me say this to you. Then while 2017, we knew that Labour and Unity Party were not correct. Why we couldn't just say, well, let's just stay with Unity Party and vote Mr. Bwaka and don't vote for Georgia. You see, in election, because we don't know and what people don't teach us, in election, when you vote for anyone and that person do not perform, just how you vote for that person, you must replace that person. Whether we like it or not, we can't be guessing and say, oh, nobody better than a mayor. No, that's not true. There are other people who are 10 times better than President Weah right now because we have seen President Weah work. At the time President Weah was not president, we said President Weah was the best man to change Liberia. Now, we see the way President Weah, but we told you a long time that President Weah was not the best man because President Weah made millions of dollars in soccer and he never kept it. Okay, let's go to Mr. Cummings. Mr. Cummings made millions of dollars. He keeping it.
Yeah, no, what's that name? What you calling from? You said? Okay, yeah, go ahead. you see there, you know very well you will support me after Georgia first second day. Why you can support me right now? What I am not better off over the Georgia with it. In terms of what?
Listen, I let us say this, but let me just tell Abrampo something. I just said the same thing here. I just said the same thing here. You know, when I hear Sedition are saying that Mr. Cummings is good, but we should wait for 2029. That means they believe that Mr. Cummings is good.
Somebody call it. Hello? Thank you, Mom. Make your contribution. Yeah, Mom, please. Man.
Give her a chance. There's Sidiki. She might not lead the phone. And if she don't want to give you time to talk, then you cut the phone off from her. If you don't want to give you chance to talk to, then you must cut the phone off, Sidiki. She said, Mr. Okay, let me answer my Rachel. You know, it is a shameful thing for a woman to call my Rachel. Maybe it's not my Rachel because I know how people deep. I know how they behave. She said the money that Mr. Cummings spent to go do lobby, our government spent over $3 million to lobby in America. So President, we ain't open no company, but she said the money that Mr. Cummings lobby with, Mr. Cummings will open business in Labrador. But President, we never did nothing from Labrador, made him president. And this woman coming on the national radio now, she said Mr. Cummings are gay. But she failed to realize that the same president, everybody had his name in Liberia. They say he was loving to all the boys there when he was playing football. All the things there, they know it. She coming now and causing a woman. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, what's the new one calling for? Okay, Uma, we are live on the radio. Go ahead. I don't get time for this minute. Let's go ahead.
But that's the people I want to listen to. It's good. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you this. You might be a sedition and you call. I want you to call because you now have the opportunity to call on other radio stations. We want you to express yourself, but I want to tell you guys something here today. Because of fear, because of what you don't know, what is good for Liberia, your life is still into the same place. You have not changed. You allow people to give you data, pay you to go and call on a radio station and lie. You call him Mr. Cummings gay, but you fail to realize that you got more gay into this government and they still passing around. But you want to call an innocent man and you say, why Mr. Cummings can't create job? President, we have never created job before you made him president. He never had nothing for himself. He lost every penny that he worked for, but we made him president. So it is your call. You will vote for President Weah. It is your right. I respect that. You can vote for President Weah. But to show that you don't have anything to campaign on, you're afraid of Mr. Cummings. That is why you will call a radio station and say, oh, Mr. Cummings spend money. They never post sanction on Liberia. They post sanction on the people who steal it. They post sanction on Magay. There is no sanction on Liberia, but because you don't know, our government spend millions of dollars just to lie, and the people still post sanction on us. We got foreign minister who can come. He come to America, but they were arresting when he walked around too much because they got rape case on him. Where?
Let's just conclude because the time.
Yeah. Okay, guys, I want to thank you very much, and to the viewers, the listeners, those on internet and Facebook and Twitter and YouTube. I want to say thanks for watching. And you that are in Liberia, I want to say thank you very much. We are Liberians, whether you're from CDC or whatsoever. But I know that when you leave, as you put your phone down today, you will realize it and you will get to know the truth. I know they get we are wins, or some I can say we are shame or sedition. Is up to you. It is your right to vote. But one thing I want to know, come 2023, we will not elect George Weah. The Liberian people will not elect George Weah for the second time. Sedition will vote for him, but the Liberian people will come out this time and get it right. I want to say thank you, Siddiqui, and thank you to the station management for allowing us to be on the air. And thank you again, Siddiqui. You can get a closing from that move on.
Yeah, so thank you guys. We will be here on Thursday to give you another great conversation. Thank you very much. I'm speaking Kuma, and then we have Mr. Bonnie in general. We come on every Thursday and Sunday. So see you guys on Thursday. Have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.
Okay, thank you very much, Siddiqui. I will call you later. I got a meeting to go to. Okay, guys, and people call from Liberia on the radio, and you all know. And the area where this radio station is located is in Iran, it's in the CDC area, and that's why I love it. The mainly in CDC area, I love it. They calling, the other woman said, the money Mr. Cummings take to lobby in America, he's supposed to go and create job in Liberia to find job for them. You see how stupid some of the seditious are? George Weah never created job. George Weah never did anything. They made him president. But they're saying that the other people must create jobs. So I don't know what kind of job they're creating, because Mr. Cummings can't employ everybody. Mr. Cummings can't help everybody. There are a lot of people, schools, people who are benefiting from education, benefiting from help, from health care. That's the poor benefit. Mr. Cummings can't help everybody. And even Mr. Cummings can build 10 houses, that his own house. It will not change nobody's life. But Liberian people, if you are looking for somebody to create jobs, why you vote for Bernard Ure? Why we voted for Bernard Ure? Because Bernard Ure was one of the highest local employer. Why you ain't vote for him? Because if you're saying to create jobs now, President we ain't do nothing, you voted for him. President Taylor killed people, you voted for him. Ellen Johnson, John Paul, you voted for her. But because you're afraid of Mr. Cummings, you don't know who is Cummings. This woman they call Rachel. Rachel is a shame. Mr. Cummings that gay. Mr. Cummings that gay. My people, they had the same President Weah name all in a time. Moluba Molu said he saw President Weah in Akara's great Casey. Somebody just posted, it says Zizi Rabo that Mr. that Joe Weah girlfriend. They plenty. The people still say the same thing. Because they even know Mr. Cummings' girlfriend before they talk. They say Mr. Cummings are gay. You see that? Because they able him. He too strong for them. He's scaring them big time. They're scared. We will beat y'all. Mongo J, whosoever, we will beat y'all. We will beat y'all at market door. Trust me, Liberian people will disgrace y'all come 2023. Whether y'all like it or not. And guess what? The first election, you don't get 50+1. Now the poor, you're not appealing to no new people. You don't get no new voters. You're only appealing to the simple to come back. So you don't get new voters. We don't want get new voters. We don't want getting new people. But you don't get new people. And even in your government, people will vote for us. So if you go second round with anybody can be door, they will vote against George Weah. Because you know what? You're not ruling, you're not opposition anymore. You are not an opposition anymore. So people who get invest, they invest with Mr. Cummings, they this and that, they invest with this, that's your business. If you don't love your country, Liberia, that is your business. Then you even need to build on my post. But once you're on the post here, you will see the red face and you will hear my voice. They will beat you like old cop because old market dog can run away. Old cop. Y'all watch and see. The Delon election, all the sedition voted. They got only 35%.
You had 38 before. Now you can't go more than 38. So even if they bring 4 party, you still can't get 51. Now in that second round, that the time I will tell you today, George Weah is a poison to Liberia. We cannot re-elect him. Everybody will go behind the other person. So if you think that United Party will not vote for Mr. Cummings or ANC will not vote for United Party, but I will tell you, any round, it can be first round, second round, Mr. Cummings will win election in Liberia come 2023. To show that you're afraid of Mr. Cummings. Mr. Cummings' name is in the newspaper 24/7. Mr. Cummings' name is in the newspaper, radio station every day. That must make him powerful. That will make him powerful. So you sit down and call him gay. Your president are the gay. You don't know that. You don't know. You don't know that. You don't know that what they've been doing long time. You won't call other man. You won't call somebody father. Somebody ain't get no damn respect. When I'm finished for you, I will block you. And Mongo J, I will block you because you disrespectful one. You lie. You posted a man picture who is Mr. Cummings' relative. If I were that guy, I will sue you. You see what you guys fail to realize? If you put anything on Facebook, the man is not a public official. He's not running for office. And you just tarnish it, don't you know that they can go after you? But because you people are so damn freaking stupid, you don't really know. You ain't get no sense. I'm not on air now. I just talking to your Facebook. There's internet. I can say what I want to say. But you don't know. You don't know. You can't even argue. You can make the case for the person you're supporting. You can't even make the case. It's shameful. It's shameful. Anyway, guys, thank you very much to all our haters. I still love you. Mr. Cummings will be the president for you. And guess what? We're not waiting on you. It's just for somebody to understand that Liberia must change. Liberia must change. We will educate our people so they will know the role of the citizen, and the president will know their role. You in America, you clapping for bad leadership. You shame. I'm gonna go clap for Ellis. Even right now, I can't clap for Ellis Cummings. I can listen to him, but I can't clap for him. So you see that the difference between us, I can express myself in the way I want to, but you cannot do it. You cannot do it. And plenty of people can run away. I get my friend Karim Taylor. Karim Taylor was a big Mr. Cummings man. He vexed. He said because Mr. Cummings didn't call him. He vexed. He said the people in ANC, they're doing their own thing and this and that, blah, blah. So because of that, he vexed. He said, I don't know politics. He gave up. He gave up. So you see, Karim, some of us in the thing enough for ourselves. I might not live to see it, but I'm doing it for other people. I'm doing it for my relatives, my children, my nieces, my nephews, for other Liberians. So I might not even live to see 2023. I might not even see any. Even Mr. Cummings win, I might not even benefit for nothing. That is the process. That is the sacrifice. So if you want to support a process, you go into that process with your mind. You are in Nimag, you are in Bon County. You must say to talk, you communicate with me, you send me voicemail. I still get it here. Unless you clear your page, I still get it on my phone. You send me voicemail. I'm gonna tell Mr. Cummings there, the people not serious, the people that in the party, blah, blah, blah. You're sort of stand up, but you just got up one blow, boom, you start calling Mr. Cummings. These are the things we're talking about. So when Liberian people go into politics to support a politician based on their own interests, then it's bad. But you travel now, thank God. Everybody want to travel. Every Liberian want to travel. And I want to say special thanks to my sponsors, those of you who continue to make contribution to us. I appreciate it highly. And we stay on the radio, and we're supposed to make the payment again of $300 to them. And don't forget the ANC convention is October 16 to October 14 to the 16th in Maryland. That is the flyer up there. Please, you can show up. Mr. Cummings will be there. And then after that, we're going to take other. So you are free. You know, Mr. Cummings answer any question. Mr. Cummings is the number one scrutinized candidate in Liberia. He has been scrutinized all over. He have had more interviews than the president of Liberia. He has spoken to the Liberian people more than the president. He have given advices, he has given plans more than the president. So you see, that is what he's doing. You understand that Mr. Cummings is prepared and ready to lead on day one. He has given himself to the people he's willing to serve. He's not telling us to serve him. He's willing to serve, to give his expertise that we all together as Liberians can move Liberia and make Liberia a better place for our children. He will fight corruption. We're not minimizing it, we're stopping corruption. That means we're putting things in place that if you steal, you will go to jail. You know what I'm saying? So Mr. Cummings' assets is all out there. Mr. Cummings don't want pay from us. I will tell you today. But if you don't like Mr. Cummings because Mr. Cummings is going to prosecute one of your guys, or because you feel that you will not chop on Mr. Cummings, it's up to you. Then don't support him. But for me, Munel Kishen, I'd rather lose with Mr. Cummings than to win with any corrupt person. I'd rather any day, anytime. If Mr. Cummings lose this election, I will sleep sound. If Mr. Cummings win, I will sleep sound, because I believe in Alex Cummings. I believe in Alex Cummings. His plans for Liberia, unless you're dumb, unless your brain is much, that the only way you understand, you will not understand the plan. You must have a plan to move. You must prepare. You must get ready. You know the problem. Discover the problem before you can solve a problem. If you don't know the problem, you can solve the problem. Joshua Bennett for 12 good years as opposition. It took them 9 months to put a plan together while they were in office. Today, as we speak, there are a lot of positions that not failed because there were no plans. There were no plans. Today, what happened? Government spending millions of dollars, paying people in America, people who can afford it. They're paying them just to lie on Facebook. Just to lie. And you will sit in Liberia. Your life is not good. And you say, oh, I'd rather stay with George Weah. You can keep George Weah. It is your right. It is your right to vote for George Weah. It is my right to vote for whoever I want to vote for. Make the case. Tell me why they push you vote for George Weah again. You can't tell me. Instead of you telling me, tell me Mr. Cummings gay. When you get a gay president, you get a president who ain't give a damn about the country. That's shame on you. Now, let me tell you something. Just how you want it, we'll do it someday. We'll do it some days. And you'll see people calling names who he loved to. You're not calling him. That's it. So some of y'all, just shame on y'all. It's just shameful. You're in America, you're still singing praise. You're singing praise on people. Yeah. Okay, guys, y'all have a good day. I got a meeting to attend. Let me go and do my attend to my community meeting. Bye for now.
My fellow Liberians, despite our diversity, we are a united people, a great and noble people. Through the strength of our unity and the resilience of our determination, we have begun to rebuild a ravished country and have survived 2 deadly health crises. Our people have stood together as one united people, ready to face the future. Whether you are a fisherman of Grand Cru and Sino, the hunters of Grand Jide and River G, the farmers of Lofa and Bapolu, the Gola and Vai dancers of Bumi and Cape Mount, the hospitable people of Bassa and River Cess, the warriors of Maryland, the miners and explorers of Nimba, the merchants and traders of Bong, the welcoming people of Magibi, or the melting pot of Montserrado. We are one people, Liberians. We have a great challenge and opportunity ahead of us. In unity, we will rebuild this country as a shining example in Africa, demonstrating the power of a determined and united people. Our economy and our national budget will expand and grow like never before. We will improve the lives of our people and put smiles on the faces of our citizens. I promise you that together We can and will do the job. A new day is on the horizon. The time for babysitting is over. God bless you, and God bless Liberia.